smoke when we all celebrate success. So now we
Hey guys, sorry we've been a bit bleak on the update front. I have been very busy. I finally done the first coat on the engine block, front and rear, all the way around actually. I spent about 10 hours degreasing this filthy engine. It was really mank. So yeah, it's never been cleaner in 30 years, roughly. The coat, it went on a little thin on the front here. The back is a lot thicker, but it starts to set like a uniform color as it dries, and then you know, every subsequent coat gets darker and darker obviously. So tomorrow we'll do coat 2, Monday night we'll do coat 3, Tuesday night we'll do coat 4. In the meantime though, I've started on other bits and pieces. So this is the inlet manifold. It is really filthy. The carb base plate had a leak, and this is about 25 plus years of leaky fuel vapor, oil and road grime. So I'm leaving the degreaser to soak on this, and then I'll hose it off tomorrow and see what we're looking at. I need to go get some more. I'm running a bit low, so we'll clean that up, blast it maybe 2 or 3 coats with the spray on high heat silver, get that nicely cleaned up. I'm going to do the water pump as well. But yeah, she's turning out really nicely. I did make one cock up though, and this is not such a big problem, but it is still a bit of an issue. So everything was set top dead center, except as I was cleaning the engine, I moved the intermediate shaft, which changed the dizzy timing. So yeah, we're going to have to do timing again, but we were always going to have to do it. It just, like now, the bottom end and the top end are not connected obviously because there's no cam belt anymore. So now this is the whole thing's thrown out of whack. Not a big thing though. We need to put everything back together anyway. But yeah, it's just one of the things. I had marked it, but now I've painted over the mark with the engine enamel. So anyway, we will persevere. We'll carry on. But yeah, she's looking. I mean, this thing was filthy. Yeah, guys, I've noticed my garage floor is disgusting. You know, one of the guys did tell me, you know, you should paint this thing with sort of like an enamel or an epoxy before you start putting stuff in it and start working in it. And I wish I had, because then I could just wipe this off. It's a bare cement floor, guys. It is a working garage, so I'm not really that phased by it, but it is really nasty. It is really nasty. This engine was terrible. But yeah, cleaning it up, getting there. Luckily the gearbox is done already. I should have actually done this a long time ago. Anyway, we're catching up now. Then I slapped these guys on here. These are MIM 1900s. I'm really tempted to redo these guys in white. I don't know what you guys think. When I showed my wife, she's like, oh, these look really cheap. They're not cheap. She just doesn't like the red on white sort of thing that's going on. But I wanted to break the whole black red chrome. So I thought white would be a nice thing just for, you know, the odd track day or something like that. I do have snowflakes that are going on which would carry on with the chrome black theme and sort of just blend in with the bumpers and that kind of thing. But I really like these guys in white. They must be an absolute pain to keep clean. They all need a refurbish. These came off a VW Challenge car, so they've seen their time on the track. And I need to take when I take these rims off tomorrow, I need to sort out these drum covers. They've got quite a bit of surface rust, which looks terrible with these rims, and the snowflakes will probably look about the same. You'll be able to see them, so I'll do those. I'm trying to decide if, you know, they came in sort of like a base silvery grey color. I don't know if you can see it, like this guy, but maybe I'll just do them black. Just be done with it. What do you guys think? Silver or black? I mean, I can do either one. It'll have to be high heat though, because obviously those are brake drum covers. But I can't, you know, when you see what it looks like, I can't leave them like that. It looks absolutely terrible. I should have painted them before I fitted the brakes. And I thought about it at the time, but I mean, that was a good, what, 2 years ago when I did the brakes? So yeah, let's see what we do. May not be tomorrow, maybe later in the week. Yeah, this UPS battery is kaput, so that's going to get chucked. I'm going to try and salvage the other one. There's another UPS upstairs which is still charging. So I bought some distilled water, I'll top that up, put it on charge and see what the battery says. But that one is completely dead. It's not worth carrying on with that one. But anyway guys, I think I'm going to call it a night here. This stuff takes a good sort of 24 hours to cure properly. But I can do the second coat probably tomorrow afternoon. Probably do it about midday. And then I'll do it again at about 6 in the evening. So we'll do, maybe if I'm lucky I can do coats 2 and 3 tomorrow. And then yeah, sure, if we can do that, then we can do coat 4 on Monday night. I can push on with this, do the water pump, you know, and start fitting stuff back onto this engine and get it ready for being dropped back into the vehicle. I do need to finish that guy. That's the fuel filter housing. I need to take out the spline in the middle to fit the longer one, so that I can fit the heat exchanger for the oil. Well, it's not really an oil cooler, it's more like an oil warm-up setup. It just adds the adds a sandwich adapter onto the oil filter, and then it runs the engine water as the engine is warming up and then obviously getting to temperature. It runs the hot water over the oil filter and just brings the car up to temperature. This is what the sandwich adapter looks like. This is the longest spline. You'll see, I mean, it adds quite a lot, because this is very, doesn't look like it in the box, but this thing is huge. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to play now that I've got only one hand to work with. There we go. No, still don't want to play. Hold on a second, guys. So you can see this is quite a significant addition. And like everything, if you just leave the old stuff and just fit this new stuff on, it just makes the old stuff look all the more terrible. At the same time tomorrow, if I can get to this, I can do the senders, the oil temp and the oil pressure senders for the VDO gauges. Let's put this guy back. So there's still quite a bit of work to do on that one. And I must actually just check on the Cabrio the exact orientation on how to fit this thing, because I think I know roughly how it goes, but it's been a long time since I've looked at this. Sorry guys, I'm filming the cupboard there. But yeah, we've got everything we need to, well, let's look at that, yeah. Everything we need to get this thing going, and this will just help on the really cold mornings, the very early breakfast runs. Start the car, get everything up to temperature. This is all the water pipes, new filter, everything that I need to fit this thing. So like I was saying, if I'm doing a very early breakfast run and it's really cold, it'll help get the oil to temperature, get the engine to temperature, and then you know, the engine just runs just a little bit more efficiently. Ditto on a hot day. You know, obviously it takes a lot less time to warm up. It'll take even less with the oil cooler, the oil recirculation setup. But yeah, it's looking really good, guys. I mean, there's not that much else to say. We haven't really moved on too much. I took a bit of a break, but we're back now. Need to do a bit more on this dipstick. It looks a little bit shoddy, but I might take the high heat black spray can and just blast this guy, this mask off the head quickly, and just sort that out, just to try and get some even coverage there. And I think we'll leave it there, guys. Like I said, I'm going to call it a night for the night. We get the dogs all rounded up, get them into the house. Try not to wake up the wife and kids. And yeah, my 3D printer's up and running, so that's at least something. We can start looking into printing replacement bits and pieces for this guy and for the Cabrio. But yeah, that's I didn't really film that. It was like a 7-hour build, an N8A8 kit that I bought. It literally did take about 7 or 8 hours to assemble that thing. Wiring it was a nightmare. Yeah, so now we just sort of final calibration and setting everything up, and then we should be good to go, maybe during the week. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to get in here, once the kids are asleep, get in here, tinker a little bit on the car, work, do what I can, and then go work on the 3D printer. So yeah, I need to play with it first before I'm confident enough to start printing ABS. I'm printing in PLA at the moment, just while I get used to it. I'll do a couple of test prints, try the bits and pieces out for the car, and then yeah, once we're ready, I might move the one that I've just built, once I've done the upgrades, I might bring that one down here and then start printing the ABS, because obviously the ABS lets off that very strong chemical smell. I believe it's poisonous as well. So my office is right next to the kids' room, so I really don't want to be pumping poison fumes into their bedroom while they're trying to sleep. So yeah, I think I might get a smaller one, like an Annette A6 for the house, for me just to play with up at the top, and then I'll do the ABS printing down here. Now it's a bit of a story with printing ABS, but it's for an entirely different video. Anyway, if you guys want to keep up to date with the project, I'm not so active on YouTube these days just because my time is very limited to sort of film, edit and upload. But I am very active on Instagram. I'm almost daily posting updates on Instagram. I don't really use my Twitter anymore. I'm going to shut it down. But yeah, if you wanted to stay up to date with the most recent stuff, jump on Twitter and jump on Instagram, and you'll see me almost daily with updates on this car. I wish I had the time for YouTube that I do for Instagram, but Instagram is literally, take a picture, upload and done. There's no editing required and none of that. So I have been doing a couple of live feeds, going live, doing little odd jobs here and there. So that would probably be the best place to get updates on this entire project. There's one more thing before we go, and I know this is like the third time I've said we're going to call it quits, but can't stick my hands. So this is OEM GTI material for the seats, obviously. Very, very chuffed about that. I bought 4 meters of it, and that's to do the tombstones, the Mark 1 seats and the rear seats, and whatever's left over is just bonus. I have some special plans for any leftovers. I'll kind of tie in with a few other bits and pieces that I've got going, but I'm very chuffed about that. Very, very chuffed about that. Can't wait to get this car to a point where I can actually get the interior started, but this stuff all needs to finish. As soon as this block is painted and I can start putting bits and pieces back onto it, we can flip it over onto the engine stand. So what I was doing, and I'll film tomorrow and show you these bolts here at the back, but I'll show you why that's important tomorrow. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there finally. Cheers for now, and thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you guys on Instagram sometime. Cheers for now. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more and be kept up to date, please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. With your help, we can get this project complete and move on to the next one.